Hi guys, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Nuggets News. Tonight's video I'm just going to go over the recent correction we've seen in Bitcoin, Ethereum and Litecoin, and we have seen a big down week again. Money's been flowing out of tech stocks as well, okay, so markets in general are taking a bit of a breather, and I think we could be nearing the end of this correction, and if these brackets are holding true, they give us a guide as to when we can expect money to flow in and out of markets, and if we can get above this downtrend line here, it does change things for a more bullish pattern. On the flip side, if we do happen to break down, I spoke about this sort of head and shoulders pattern, and if we get some bad news about the hard fork or something, it could even get down this $2,000 level. So that's what I'm looking at for Bitcoin at the moment. Ethereum's been a bit nicer to trade, more volatile, but that gives traders more of an opportunity. And again, we sort of this big downtrend line, but a few weeks ago I spoke about 250 as a really important level if we can hold it for the length of this bracket, and that would keep the bull trend intact. And we did get the big run up, and now we've had the correction with a few spike lows, but if we get each of these times we've had two brackets pushing up, it's driven the market higher, and if we see that play out again here, I think we could be off again on Monday if we can break this downtrend line and get through $300. So on the flip side, if we break down below, it would be definitely more of a bear market starting to play out, and I'd be saying to think about this a bit differently. I think this is the less likely scenario, and I think $200 would be the next level I would be looking at if we did break down over the coming days. But like I said, I think it's ready to go higher again. Finally, Litecoin's been the strongest of all these, and I guess with all these as well, as we've had these declining price values, it's been on low volume. You know, the stochastics for all these are now in the oversold territory, but they've all remained relatively strong on the RSI there, and maybe not Litecoin, but the other two, certainly the MACD is starting to turn up again, and I think we need this correction. I think it's healthy, and I really think we could be starting to see more money flow back into these in the coming weeks. So we'll see how that plays out. Obviously, for each of these charts, there's a bit of work now. Overhead resistance, we've got to start making higher highs and higher lows on shorter time frames, and it's not going to be as smooth as sailing as it has been here in previous weeks. So we do have a bit of work to do to repair this sort of damage that's done, but like I said, it's been on low volume. I think we can restart the bull trend in the coming week, and we'll see how that plays out. Cheers, guys.